anybody who can commit any form of illegality can become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as long as he can use the judiciary and he will be able to protect himself, and then it will be pronounced so. And that, for me, is dangerous for our democracy.
The recent controversial verdict of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, which upheld Bola Tinubu's victory in the 2023 election, has once again raised serious concerns about the state of democracy in the country. Hello and welcome to Enimaar TV, your trusted source for unbiased analysis of Nigerian political events. In this broadcast, we will delve into Nigeria's democratic dilemma, as candidates are accused of buying the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and the judiciary. Over the years, Nigeria has grappled with a troubling pattern, where the candidate with the deepest pockets not only buys the favor of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, but also secures the validation of the judiciary, even in the face of compelling evidence of election irregularities and misconduct. This recurring cycle of controversial elections and predetermined judicial outcomes has eroded the faith of many Nigerians in their democratic system.
Do you trust the judicial system? I mean, I know that the judicial system, especially in Anambra State, has helped Peter Obi in the past. This is not the first time he's gone to court, and actually he's been quite successful in the past. But this is different. There's never been a court ruling that's overturned a presidential election result in Nigeria. I mean, do you actually trust, do you have faith in the court system to actually take this forward?
No, now I can tell you categorically, I do not trust the court system. No, I do not. Peter Obi might have benefited in the past, but right now we have a Senate president who contested presidency in 2022 primaries, lost, and he is now a winner in a senatorial district. This is magic. I do not trust our court system anymore. Nigeria is suffering from a series of failed promises.
Can Nigeria truly be considered a democracy when the people's will appears to be consistently thwarted by the powers that be? A glance back into Nigeria's electoral history reveals a disheartening trend. Farlai's challenge to Obasanjo's victory in the 1999 election was met with dismissals by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court of Nigeria, leading many to question the impartiality of the judiciary. Similarly, Muhammadu Buhari's multiple attempts to challenge electoral outcomes in the 2003, 2007, and 2011 presidential elections were met with the same outcome. The courts repeatedly upheld the victories of his opponents, citing a lack of merit in his petitions.
Over the declaration of 86% to 90% of votes registered and cast in most part of the southeast and south-south states was highly implausible, given the general turnout of 50% to 60% in the rest of the country. No election is credible where 100% of votes cast were for one candidate in many constituencies and 90% in some states. This is plain fraud. The Supreme Court has turned a blind eye and deaf ear to these gross irregularities. That is the theme running through all the three elections since 2003.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has also been on the receiving end of this unfortunate trend. His challenges to the 2007 and 2019 presidential elections were summarily dismissed by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, further fueling suspicions of a rigged system.
It is for this reason that I, Atiku Abubakar, reject the results declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Declare Muhammadu Buhari as duly returned by the majority of lawful votes. I am conferring with not just my party, but also with the Nigerian people on next steps, which will be revealed to the public shortly.
Fast forward to 2023, and the nation once again finds itself embroiled in controversy. Atiku Abubakar, undeterred by past outcomes, has joined forces with Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party to challenge the victory of Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC. Their allegations of election rigging and misconduct were presented with a wealth of evidence, yet the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal chose to dismiss their claims, thereby upholding Tinubu's presidency. In the face of yet another unfavorable verdict, Atiku and Mr. Peter Obi have vowed to take their case to the Supreme Court. However, the skepticism runs deep among Nigerians, who fear that the apex court will follow the established pattern of upholding the judgments of the Court of Appeal.
I take great pains to tell you that the decision of the Court of First Instance on this matter utterly fails far short of expectation. I am therefore here to tell you that though the judgment of the court yesterday is respected, it is a judgment that I refuse to accept. I refuse to accept the judgment because I believe that it is bereft of substantial justice.
As petitioners in this case, we respect the views and ruling of the court, but we disagree with the court's reasoning and conclusions in the judgment it delivered. It is my intention as the presidential candidate and the intention of Labour Party to challenge this judgment by way of appeal immediately as allowed by the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The recurrent theme of candidates buying INEC's favor to manipulate election outcomes, only to have the judiciary uphold these results, has created a crisis of confidence in Nigeria's democratic processes. Many Nigerians now wonder if their votes truly matter, or if the outcomes are predetermined by those with the means to manipulate the system.
The processes are very clear in Nigeria today. When you want to start an election, all you need to do, go for a propaganda at the early stage using the media. When you do, go to the election, use stocks, use any means of manipulation, use any means of money to put yourself in position of power. Once you put yourself in the position of power, then you are asked to go to court.
Nigeria's journey towards true democracy remains a work in progress. The recurring cycle of controversial elections and predictable judicial verdicts has shaken the foundations of trust in the democratic process. Nigeria stands at a crossroads where it must decide whether to break free from this disheartening pattern or risk further erosion of faith in its democratic institutions. Only time will tell if Nigeria can rise above its past and fulfill the promise of a genuine democracy where the will of the people prevails. Thank you for tuning in to Enimaar TV, your reliable source for unbiased analysis of Nigerian political events. We hope that today's broadcast has shed light on the intricate narrative surrounding candidates who induce INEC and the judiciary to rig and validate rigged elections. Our commitment at Enimaar TV is to deliver accurate, balanced, and in-depth analysis that empowers you to make informed decisions and participate in Nigeria's democratic process. We value your support and feedback as we continue to provide quality content that matters to you. Thank you once again for watching Enimaar TV. We look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future. Stay tuned, stay informed, keep watching Enimaar TV.